Welcome to my weekly Fabricate Friday video on my YouTube channel and blog. I'm Suzanne, a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Canada. Today's video is all about paper crafting. I'm here to share how easy it is to make a 3D project. I also sell the products I feature in this video. I hope you enjoy my free video tutorial, and I would love to see you shop with me. So this is the super cute box I want to share with you today. This is the very last addition to the Bonnie series. If you have been following for a while, you know that one of my customers, Bonnie, who lives on Vancouver Island, she had sent me a lovely care package, if you will, and inside of like some of the gifts that she actually gave me was this lovely French lilac perfume. It smells like the most vibrant lilacs ever. So I love it, Bonnie. Thank you. I'll put some on right now so that my box will smell like lilacs. So this reminds me of when I lived in my old apartment. I would, in the springtime, well, all the time really, I had to park on sort of like a driveway, and the driveway there was a great big tree of lilacs, a lilac bush, and every time I opened my door I had to get out and my face would smack right into the lilacs. So this smells exactly like them. This is Pacifica French Lilac Solid Perfume. It is made in the USA with globally sourced ingredients, and it is pacificabeauty.com in case you wanted to get yourself some. Lovely. And thank you very much, Bonnie. It was a really thoughtful gift. I loved it. So I've made this little box to share with you, and this is my take on this lovely lilac box. The paper I am using comes from the Petal Promenade Designer Series paper. You can see it's very lifelike, and it is lovely. I was a part of my own paper share recently, so I have a whole bunch of 6x6 papers to share with you. It is a nice way, if you ever can do a paper share, it's a really nice way to check out all the papers. This one kind of has like little frames in it, which is really nice if you wanted to put a picture inside. But yeah, some really nice, look at that, some really realistic, and then just soft colors on the back side to go along with that. So wood green there, and yeah. Anyway, that was this one. So this is decidedly feminine. So I'm going to do a masculine version, or a version for everyone. So I'm going to use the Broadway Bound specialty paper, and the Broadway Bound actually has color on one side, and then it's got sort of a gold foil thing going on the back side. So yeah, it's a cool thing, and it actually coordinates with our paper pumpkin of this month. So I'm going to use this design because I thought if I was going to give somebody a gift, it might be a birthday gift. This is 5 1/8 long and 4 1/8 tall. And on the long side, I'm going to start at 5/8, 1 1/4, 2 7/8, and 3 1/2. I'm going to flip it round. I'm going to score at 5/8, 1 1/4, 2 7/8, and 3 1/2. Now, I didn't measure the Designer Series paper in case you wanted to do the Designer Series paper and make this particular thing with cardstock like I did here. I used that lovely granite gray. You'll pop by my blog and I'll have measured this and put it on my blog for you to use. Okay, so folding all of my score lines, and I will say this, right now I can smell that lilac perfume and it's beautiful. It smells exactly like getting hit in the face with lilacs, which happened to me every spring. And now I'm going to miss it because I've moved into my new apartment. I probably haven't talked a lot about my new apartment. It's awesome. Right now, I did have the air conditioner on, which sits right there in front of my desk, which takes up a little bit of room. So it is, I think, let me just look out the door, 28 degrees on my porch, which is not in the sunshine. And so it's 23 degrees here in my apartment. So I was able to turn off all the fans, and so that I'm comfortable enough. I'm in shorts and a tank. Not like you needed to know that, but so I can record a couple of videos. Normally I'll do my voiceovers at night when it's cooler and I can turn off the fans and stuff. We've had a really kind of a cold snap recently, so it wasn't a big issue. But now it's starting to warm up. Okay, so I'm just gonna figure. So this is going to be my back. You see, I liked having the seam at the back. So if I'm going to do the seam at the back, I want this to be my front, this flap to be my front. So all the rest, I'm gonna fold down, I'm gonna cut off this flap. Okay. Now you can use your trimmer if you wanted. Anyway, I do really like my new apartment. It is amazing. I'm finally settled. I'm finally feeling good about it. Initially, you know, it's like you've got to get unpacked and then you got to live in it to figure out how things are going to work. And then you're going to, you know, so I'm just follow along here while I chat, okay? Cut those two pieces off and those two pieces off, and I will give this just a touch of a wedge. And then I'm going to cut off both of these guys, wedge these guys here and here, and cut this off and wedge the ledge. Quinn is outside on the patio right now. I call it the catio. And I have put some pictures up on Instagram in case you wanted to see. But yeah, he likes outside. They both like outside. They like chasing bugs and stuff. I have 2 citrus trees outside as well. Were potted. I grew them from seeds, like lemon seeds that I got at the grocery store when I made lemonade a couple years back. And I have 4 trees. I don't know how they're going to fare out there, but it's warm. I'll leave them out there for the summer and bring them in for the winter. It's too cold otherwise. And I have a rose bush that one of my girlfriends gave me for moving in here, and I finally repotted it and planted it, and it has many blooms on it now. It's lovely, a little yellow rose. I finally found the right pitcher to put into my apartment. It's a seascape. It's lovely, 60 inches long, 24 inches tall. It covers a great big wall that was just bare before. So it's lovely. So this will be the first summer that I'm in here, so hopefully everything will go according to plan. Okay, so that's what you should have. I didn't do this on the other one because I forgot, but here's my 3/4 inch punch. You gotta do this before before you put it together, because it won't fit in there. So I'm just gonna put, we can put, you know, oops, that would have been backwards. There we go. There we go. Okay. So I'm going to put fast fuse, or, you know, your adhesive of choice. I know that we can't get fast fuse anymore. We have tear and tape, which I can also use. But I'm going to use my fast fuse up because really I don't like being wasteful. All right, so. Oh my gosh, this is the cutest thing ever. Look at how it's centered on the 5. Like, I didn't plan that at all, but now I need to give this to a 5-year-old. This little guy was from Corrugated Elements. Super cute. Let's see. Oh, I still have one. Okay. Does it look good? I don't know. Let's see. Actually, it works. Now I don't have to give it to a 5-year-old. Okay, but what I do need to do is use my gold thread. Quinn might hear me. I'll try to be very quiet tying this. I don't know how cats, you know, they can tell when you're messing with stuff that they want to play with. Molly has, she's probably in the hall. I have a seat where I put my shoes on, and I put a basket there one day, and then they both decided that they were going to sleep in it, and so I put a towel in there. So you know how things work, right? When you have animals, it's like, oh, okay, they're taking over. Anyway, so there's a basket in the hallway. It's dark. And it's, you know, at least they're not under, they're kind of a part of what's going on in the apartment, but also away from it all too. My apartment is on a busy road, the apartment building anyway, but in the wintertime, or in the spring when I first moved in here, when the windows were closed, I didn't hear it so much. And now it's actually like white noise. I don't mind it at all. All right, so that was from Itty Bitty Greetings. All right, there we go. I save little strips of paper. I don't know if you guys do, but I do. And it's important for me to save just a few of different sizes. I have many different sizes. I just keep them in a jar just like this. And, you know, so this was the piece that I took. I've got some wider pieces, and that helps me for smaller projects like this. All right, but first, I think that it needs embossing. So, I'll bring out my embossing tool. Wipe my embossing buddy here. Versamark. Sometimes I do a couple just in case. I don't know how that one turned out. I got new boxes for my embossing. These ones have a little push, so it actually locks really, really well. Believe it or not, I got these at the dollar store. I've given up on spoons these days, and because I don't like the static that they create, so I'm just using a piece of, actually this is watercolor paper. Oh look, the first one did really well. Always, if you're doing something like that, always try to do 2. So I call these the bones of dimensionals. And oftentimes they actually fit little pieces of paper like that. I'll snip off that excess a little bit. And so cute. I'll put that on Cattywampus. And then I will put the whole bit on I could have just used a regular dimensional, but since it's out. Yeah, super cute, right? All right, so thank you again, Bonnie, for the French Lilac Solid Perfume. If you had smell-o-vision, it smells like beautiful lilacs. This is my take on it. 1.5 square and 1/2 inch by 1.5 inch, 4 pieces. Okay, and then this guy, just plain as day, using the Designer Series paper. It is so super cute. Thanks so much for joining me, everybody, and I will catch you again soon. Bye. Hey, thanks for sticking around to the end of the video. On screen are 2 more videos for inspiration. Click on the maple leaf for my blog, or click on me to subscribe to my channel. Thanks again for watching.